The universe whispers secrets about every zodiac sign, but Capricorn's truth thunders across the cosmos. They are utterly, completely, gloriously uncontrollable. While other signs may bend and sway with the winds of influence, Capricorns stand as mountains against storms of manipulation, their roots plunging deep into bedrock certainty that defines their very essence. I've spent decades studying the celestial patterns that shape our personalities, and nothing fascinates me more than the magnificent resistance Capricorns embody. This isn't merely stubborn defiance. It's something far more profound and powerful. It's an ancient wisdom carried in their souls, a cosmic inheritance from their planetary ruler Saturn, the great teacher and boundary setter of our solar system. Look around at the Capricorns in your life. Perhaps it's your father whose principles never wavered despite life's hardships. Maybe it's your colleague who quietly refuses to participate in workplace politics, yet somehow emerges unscathed from every corporate battlefield. Or that friend who walks their own path regardless of social pressure, achieving success through methods everyone insisted would fail. These aren't coincidences. These are Capricorn signatures written across human experience, the unmistakable marks of celestial design that make this Earth sign the most impossible to control or manipulate. Today's cosmic journey reveals the 6 fundamental reasons why attempting to control a Capricorn is like trying to command the mountains to move with mere words. Whether you're a Capricorn yourself, seeking deeper understanding of your innate strengths, or someone who loves, or perhaps struggles with, a Capricorn in your life, these insights will transform your understanding of this powerful zodiac energy. The ancient astronomers who first mapped the night sky recognized something special in the celestial configuration we now call Capricorn. They saw not just any goat, but the sea goat, a mythical creature with the body of a goat and tail of a fish. This dual nature perfectly captures the Capricorn essence, grounded in practical reality, while simultaneously connected to deeper emotional currents that others rarely glimpse. This hidden depth explains why so many misunderstand Capricorns, seeing only their practical, sometimes serious exterior, without recognizing the rich emotional world they protect beneath the surface. It's this complexity that makes them so resistant to external control. They operate on multiple levels simultaneously, always maintaining private reserves of strength invisible to those who would attempt to influence them. Before we dive deeper into the magnificent fortress of selfhood that Capricorns construct throughout their lives, take a moment to join our cosmic community. Each subscription to Secret of the Zodiac strengthens our collective understanding of these celestial forces. With every new member, our insights grow more profound, our explorations more illuminating. The universe speaks through numbers. Let yours be counted among those seeking true astrological wisdom. The journey we're embarking on today will forever change how you perceive Capricorn energy. We'll explore how their internal compass forms in early childhood, often through challenges that forge their remarkable strength. We'll uncover the subtle power of their strategic silence, a tool wielded with such mastery that many never even recognize its deployment. Have you ever noticed how Capricorns seem to move through life with a certainty that others lack? How they appear almost supernaturally resistant to the social pressures and emotional manipulations that easily sway other signs? This isn't accidental. It's the direct result of specific celestial influences that we're about to decode together. The stars have aligned to reveal these secrets now, at this precise moment in cosmic time. As Saturn moves through its current position, the veil between ordinary understanding and profound astrological truths grows thin. We stand at the perfect intersection of celestial forces to truly comprehend what makes Capricorns the most powerfully autonomous beings in the zodiac wheel. As we transition into exploring their unwavering inner compass and strategic use of silence, remember that these qualities aren't separate traits, but interconnected aspects of the same fundamental Capricorn essence, the same cosmic energy that gives them their unshakable internal guidance also blesses them with the patience to remain silent when others would speak impulsively. This beautiful celestial design creates beings who naturally resist external control without ever having to consciously fight against it. The first reason, their ironclad inner compass never wavers. Deep within every Capricorn lies a compass that doesn't point north, it points to truth. This internal guidance system operates with extraordinary precision, calibrated through years of careful observation and life experience. Unlike the shifting sands of public opinion or the capricious winds of trend and fashion, a Capricorn's inner compass remains steadfast, unaffected by external pressure or influence. This remarkable quality emerges early in their lives, often forged through challenges that would break other spirits. The young Capricorn learns quickly that following others' directions doesn't necessarily lead to fulfillment or success. They begin cultivating something precious, an unwavering trust in their own judgment that grows stronger with each passing year. Consider the Capricorn child who instinctively questions authority not out of rebellion, but from a place of genuine discernment. While others accept "because I said so" as sufficient reasoning, the young Capricorn tilts their head slightly, eyes reflecting a wisdom beyond their years, silently evaluating whether the directive aligns with what they sense to be right. This isn't defiance, it's the early awakening of their cosmic inheritance. As they mature, this inner guidance system becomes increasingly sophisticated. A fully developed Capricorn doesn't just resist external control, they've transcended the very need for it. They evaluate every suggestion, advice, or command against an internal standard so deeply integrated into their being that the process happens almost instantaneously. The question they ask isn't, "What do others want me to do?" but rather, "What is right according to my own understanding of truth?" This internal alignment creates a fascinating phenomenon. Capricorns can listen attentively to advice, appearing to consider it carefully, while simultaneously maintaining complete autonomy over their decisions. They absorb information without being influenced by the emotional current carrying it. This allows them to extract valuable insights, even from sources attempting to manipulate them, taking what serves their purpose while discarding the rest. What appears to others as stubbornness is actually profound integrity. The Capricorn moves through life with an unwavering commitment to their internal values, not because they're inflexible, but because they've carefully constructed these values through observation and experience. To betray their inner guidance would be to betray themselves, something the authentic Capricorn simply cannot do. This inner compass functions as their primary defense against manipulation. While other signs might be swayed by emotional appeals, peer pressure, or fear of disapproval, the Capricorn remains centered in their truth. They operate from a place of such profound self-knowledge that external attempts to control their behavior or decisions simply cannot find purchase. The most remarkable aspect of this quality isn't just that it exists, but that it operates without arrogance. The grounded earth energy of Capricorn keeps them humble despite their extraordinary self-reliance. They don't believe they're always right. They simply trust themselves to evaluate each situation with the wisdom they've accumulated. This combination of confidence and humility creates beings who cannot be controlled precisely because they've never sought to control others. The second reason, they've mastered the art of strategic silence. In a world that rewards quick responses and constant communication, the Capricorn has discovered an ancient power hiding in plain sight: the profound strength of strategic silence. This isn't the awkward silence of someone without thoughts to share. It's the deliberate, powerful silence of someone who understands that words once released can never be recalled. Watch a Capricorn in a heated meeting or during a confrontation. While others rush to fill the air with justifications, explanations, and emotional reactions, the Capricorn observes. They create space between stimulus and response, a space where true power resides. In this momentary void, they assess not just the words being spoken, but the underlying motivations, the potential consequences, and the optimal path forward. This calculated restraint serves multiple purposes simultaneously. First, it prevents others from using emotional triggers to manipulate them into revealing more than they intend. By refusing to react immediately, Capricorns deny potential manipulators the satisfaction of knowing they've struck a nerve. The Capricorn's face remains composed, their energy contained, giving away nothing while gathering everything. Second, This silence creates a natural imbalance in communication that shifts power toward the Capricorn. Human nature compels most people to fill uncomfortable silences, often revealing far more than they intended in their discomfort. The Capricorn understands this psychology instinctively, using it not to manipulate others, but to protect themselves from manipulation. Third, and perhaps most importantly, this practice of strategic silence allows Capricorns to respond rather than react. The distinction is crucial. Reactions are automatic, often emotional, and frequently regretted later. Responses are chosen, considered, and aligned with long-term goals. By creating this gap between event and answer, Capricorns maintain control over their own communication in a way few other signs achieve. The Capricorn's silence isn't empty. It's filled with careful observation and analysis. They are gathering information while giving nothing away, creating an information asymmetry that naturally shifts power to their side of any interaction. By the time they do speak, they've already considered multiple angles and prepared a response that serves their interests with precision. This quality becomes particularly apparent in negotiations or conflicts. While others might be provoked into revealing their positions or bottom lines through careful prodding, the Capricorn remains an enigma, revealing exactly what they choose when they choose. This makes them formidable opponents in any situation where information equals advantage. The mastery of strategic silence extends beyond verbal communication. Capricorns apply the same principle to their digital lives, social media presence, and even their facial expressions. They understand intuitively that oversharing creates vulnerability, so they curate their self-presentation with careful intention, revealing aspects of themselves selectively and purposefully. This isn't calculation in the negative sense. It's self-preservation in its purest form. The Capricorn isn't being deceptive by withholding immediate reactions. They're being authentic to their need for processing time. They refuse to be rushed into expressions or commitments they haven't fully evaluated, a boundary that protects their integrity and autonomy. Perhaps most fascinating is how Capricorns wield silence without creating distance. They've perfected the art of remaining warm and engaged while simultaneously maintaining their boundaries. A skilled Capricorn can make you feel heard and appreciated, even as they reserve judgment and keep their own counsel. This social dexterity further insulates them from control attempts, as they rarely alienate others despite their strong boundaries. The strategic use of silence pairs perfectly with their unwavering inner compass, creating a formidable defense system against external control. While the inner compass provides the clear direction, strategic silence creates the space needed to follow that direction without interference. Together, these qualities form the foundation of the Capricorn's remarkable autonomy. As we witness the increasing rarity of thoughtful silence in our hyper-connected world, the Capricorn's ability to create meaningful pauses becomes even more powerful. They demonstrate that true strength often lies not in what we express, but in what we choose to keep private, not in filling space, but in creating it. This wisdom, carried in their cosmic DNA, makes attempts to pressure, rush, or manipulate them into revealing themselves utterly futile. The Capricorn knows something that others often forget. Words have power, and power is best used sparingly. By speaking only when they have something meaningful to contribute, they ensure that when they do speak, people listen. This measured approach to communication creates a natural authority that cannot be manufactured through volume or frequency. It can only be earned through the discipline of knowing when to remain silent. As we transition into exploring their extraordinary patience, a quality that borders on supernatural, we begin to see how these traits work in concert, creating beings who naturally resist external control without ever having to fight against it. The same cosmic energy that gives them their strategic silence also blesses them with the patience to wait indefinitely for the right moment to act or speak. The third reason, their patience outlasts any attempt to wear them down. Time moves differently for Capricorns. While the world rushes forward in a frenzy of immediate gratification and overnight success stories, Capricorns operate within a different temporal framework altogether. Their relationship with time resembles that of ancient redwoods rather than seasonal flowers, measuring progress in decades rather than days, understanding intuitively that true mastery and achievement require sustained, patient effort. This extraordinary patience emerges directly from their cosmic connection to Saturn, the great timekeeper of our solar system. Saturn's influence bestows upon Capricorns an almost supernatural ability to delay gratification, to sacrifice immediate pleasures for future rewards with a conviction that leaves other signs in awe. This patience manifests not as passive waiting, but as active, steady progress toward goals that may take years or even decades to fully realize. Consider how this patience functions as an impenetrable defense against attempts to control or manipulate them. Pressure tactics that leverage urgency. Act now or miss this opportunity forever. Simply bounce off the Capricorn's awareness. They recognize these artificial deadlines for what they are, attempts to bypass thoughtful consideration and force hasty decisions. A Capricorn being told they must decide immediately experiences none of the anxiety such ultimatums typically generate. Instead, they assess the situation through their patient perspective, understanding that very few decisions truly can't wait. This immunity to urgency-based manipulation protects them from countless schemes designed to exploit impulsivity and fear of missing out. The depth of their patience becomes particularly evident in conflicts or power struggles. While others might exhaust themselves through emotional outbursts or aggressive confrontation, the Capricorn conserves energy, understanding that endurance often determines the victor. They recognize that many problems resolve themselves if given enough time, and those that don't can be addressed with clearer perspective after the initial emotional charge has dissipated. This patience extends to their response to criticism or opposition as well. Where others might feel compelled to immediately defend themselves or prove their critics wrong, Capricorns often choose to simply continue on their chosen path, allowing their eventual success to speak for itself. This refusal to be diverted by the need for immediate vindication preserves their energy for the long journey toward their goals. The Capricorn's patience isn't merely stubborn persistence, it's infused with strategic wisdom. They understand when to push forward and when to conserve energy, when to speak and when to observe, when to take bold action and when to allow situations to naturally evolve. This nuanced relationship with timing makes them masters of the long game, often achieving victories others never even recognized were possible. Perhaps most remarkable is how this patience influences their relationship with failure. While temporary setbacks might devastate signs more attached to immediate results, Capricorns view such challenges as mere data points in a much longer trajectory. They extract the lesson, adjust their approach, and continue forward with the quiet certainty that time remains on their side. This perspective creates beings who are virtually impossible to dissuade once they've committed to a path. External opposition, temporary failures, or unexpected obstacles don't register as reasons to abandon their course, but rather as predictable elements of any worthwhile journey. They simply outlast any resistance through a combination of determination and temporal resilience that borders on supernatural. The patience of a Capricorn carries distinct spiritual undertones as well. There's a profound acceptance of natural cycles and organic timing, an understanding that certain processes cannot and should not be rushed. This wisdom allows them to work with the natural flow of development rather than fighting against it, conserving precious energy that others waste trying to force outcomes before their time. Observe a Capricorn pursuing a significant life goal, perhaps building a business, mastering a craft, or cultivating a relationship. You'll witness none of the frantic energy or anxious hurry that characterizes so many modern pursuits. Instead, you'll see steady, measured progress, each step taken with full presence and attention, each setback met with calm reassessment rather than despair. This patience doesn't mean Capricorns lack passion or urgency about their goals. Quite the opposite. Their passion runs so deep that they're willing to dedicate years or even decades to mastery. Their urgency expresses itself not as rushing, but as consistent daily action that accumulates into extraordinary results over time. They understand that meaningful achievements require marathon energy, not sprint mentality. The combination of this legendary patience with their previous two qualities, unwavering inner compass and strategic silence, creates beings who naturally resist external control without active effort. The Capricorn, who knows exactly where they are headed, speaks only when necessary, and remains untroubled by how long the journey takes, presents an impossible target for manipulation or control. This patience also influences how Capricorns respond to persuasion attempts. When presented with new information or perspectives, they rarely feel pressured to immediately accept or reject them. Instead, they patiently integrate new data into their existing understanding, giving themselves permission to fully process before reaching conclusions. This measured approach to forming opinions makes them resistant to rhetorical tactics designed to bypass critical thinking. In personal relationships, this patience creates a remarkable stability that others often find both challenging and magnetic. Capricorns don't rush into commitments, but once committed, they bring the same patient persistence to relationships that they apply to professional goals. This creates bonds built on genuine compatibility rather than momentary passion, connections that deepen and strengthen with time. For those attempting to influence or control a Capricorn, this patience presents an insurmountable obstacle. The manipulator eventually exhausts their arsenal of tactics, while the Capricorn remains unmoved, waiting patiently for the storm to pass. This quality alone would make them difficult to control, but combined with their other attributes, it renders them virtually autonomous in a world full of external influences. The cosmic wisdom embedded in Capricorn patience offers a profound lesson for our accelerated culture. In their measured pace, they demonstrate that meaningful growth and authentic achievement cannot be microwaved or downloaded. They must be cultivated through consistent effort across time. This counterintuitive truth, written into the very DNA of Capricorn energy, makes them natural exemplars of sustainable success in a world obsessed with quick fixes. As we prepare to explore how Capricorns construct impenetrable fortresses of self-sufficiency and develop analytical minds that instantly detect manipulation, we begin to see the complete picture of their uncontrollable nature. These next qualities build upon the foundation of patience we've just examined, creating beings who not only resist control passively, but actively establish conditions that make external control impossible. The fourth reason, they build fortresses of self-sufficiency. Beneath the composed exterior of every Capricorn lies an architect who has spent a lifetime designing and constructing an extraordinary creation, a complete fortress of self-sufficiency. This isn't merely a defensive structure, but a masterpiece of personal sovereignty, built stone by stone through experiences that taught them a fundamental truth. The only security that truly exists is the one they create for themselves. From remarkably early ages, Capricorns begin this construction project. While other children might naturally lean into dependency, the young Capricorn already demonstrates an unusual desire to accomplish tasks independently. I do it myself becomes more than a toddler's phase. It develops into a life philosophy that shapes their entire approach to existence. This isn't rebellion against help, but rather an instinctive drive towards self-mastery. What makes this quality so effective against control attempts is its comprehensive nature. Capricorns don't merely build financial independence, though they typically excel at this. They construct multi-dimensional self-sufficiency that spans emotional, intellectual, practical, and spiritual domains. Each area receives careful attention and development, creating a life where they rarely find themselves vulnerable through need. Financial self-sufficiency forms the foundation. Even young Capricorns often demonstrate unusual awareness around money, saving birthday funds when peers spend immediately, planning purchases thoughtfully, and intuitively understanding that financial resources translate directly to freedom of choice. As they mature, this awareness evolves into sophisticated financial planning, creating buffers that protect them from economic pressure one of the most common levers used to control others. Beyond finances, Capricorns develop practical self-sufficiency through skill acquisition. They rarely subscribe to the modern hyper-specialization that leaves individuals dependent on countless others for basic needs. Instead, they value broad competence, taking satisfaction in mastering fundamentals across multiple domains. This practical knowledge, from basic home repairs to food preparation to health maintenance, ensures they're never forced into dependency through lack of essential skills. Perhaps most impressive is their emotional self-sufficiency. While Capricorns value deep connections, they don't require constant external validation or approval to maintain internal equilibrium. They've constructed emotional resources that sustain them through challenges, developing resilience that allows them to face difficulties without becoming desperate for help. This emotional independence doesn't mean isolation. Rather, it allows them to form relationships based on mutual respect rather than codependent need. Their intellectual self-sufficiency deserves special attention. Capricorns rarely outsource their thinking, maintaining healthy skepticism toward conventional wisdom and popular opinion. They build robust mental frameworks through careful study and observation, creating internal reference libraries that allow them to evaluate new information independently. This intellectual sovereignty protects them from manipulation through misinformation or appeal to authority. They verify claims themselves rather than accepting them based on source alone. The entire fortress gains additional strength through the Capricorn's natural contingency planning. They rarely have just one solution to potential problems. They develop backup plans, alternative approaches, and emergency resources. This multi-layered preparation means they're rarely cornered into situations where they must accept external control to resolve a crisis. When others might be forced to compromise their autonomy due to poor planning, the Capricorn calmly implements one of their pre-considered alternatives. This comprehensive self-sufficiency creates a freedom that other signs might envy, but few fully understand. Capricorns can walk away from unfavorable situations precisely because they've ensured they don't desperately need what others might offer. This ability to disengage, to simply leave environments or relationships that attempt to control them, forms perhaps their strongest defense against manipulation. The beauty of this self-sufficient fortress lies not in isolation, but in the authentic connections it enables. When Capricorns choose to engage, collaborate, or commit, they do so from a place of genuine desire rather than desperate need. This creates relationships built on preference rather than dependence, a distinction that fundamentally changes the power dynamic in all their interactions. The fifth reason, their analytical minds instantly detect manipulation. Complementing their fortress of self-sufficiency, Capricorns possess minds wired for pattern recognition and logical analysis that function as sophisticated detection systems against manipulation attempts. This isn't mere skepticism, though healthy doubt certainly plays a role, but rather an exceptional ability to identify inconsistencies and recognize manipulation tactics almost instantaneously. The Capricorn mind naturally searches for logical coherence in any communication or situation. They process information through a series of internal verification checks. Does this align with previously established facts? Are there contradictions within this narrative? Do the claimed motivations match the observable behaviors? This automatic analytical process functions as a continual background operation, flagging potential manipulation for closer examination. This analytical quality becomes particularly evident in how Capricorns respond to emotional appeals. While they certainly experience emotions deeply, they maintain a certain detachment between their feelings and their decision-making processes. This separation allows them to recognize when others attempt to use emotional triggers to bypass rational consideration, a common manipulation tactic that proves remarkably ineffective with Capricorns. Their pattern recognition abilities extend to human behavior as well. Capricorns are natural students of people, observing interactions with quiet attention that often goes unnoticed. Through this observation, they build internal libraries of behavior patterns associated with authenticity versus manipulation. When they encounter familiar manipulation strategies, flattery, guilt induction, artificial scarcity, false urgency, they recognize these patterns immediately, even when disguised in new contexts. This analytical mind pairs perfectly with their patience. When encountering potential manipulation, Capricorns rarely react immediately. Instead, they continue observing, gathering additional data points that either confirm or refute their initial assessment. This methodical approach prevents both false positives, seeing manipulation where none exists, and false negatives, missing actual manipulation attempts, making their detection system extraordinarily reliable. Perhaps most impressive is how Capricorns apply this analytical ability to themselves. They regularly examine their own motivations, biases, and blind spots with the same rigorous attention they direct outward. This self-awareness creates an additional layer of protection against manipulation, as they understand their own vulnerabilities and can recognize when others attempt to exploit them. The sophisticated nature of their analytical processes allows Capricorns to distinguish between genuine influence and manipulation, a crucial distinction often missed in discussions of control. They remain open to authentic influence based on merit, logic, and demonstrated integrity. What they resist isn't change or external input, but rather the coercive or deceptive tactics designed to bypass their conscious evaluation. This analytical mind extends to understanding systems and power structures as well. Capricorns rarely accept institutional arrangements at face value, instead examining the underlying power dynamics and incentive structures. This systemic awareness helps them navigate complex environments without becoming unwittingly controlled by structural forces that remain invisible to less analytical types. When combined with their previous qualities, unwavering inner compass, strategic silence, and supernatural patience, this analytical mind forms a nearly impenetrable defense system. A Capricorn who knows their values, speaks selectively, patiently observes, and analytically evaluates represents the antithesis of the controllable human. Each quality reinforces the others, creating beings who maintain sovereignty over their choices in ways few other signs achieve. The development of these analytical capabilities often begins in childhood, frequently accelerated by early experiences that taught them the necessity of careful observation. Many Capricorns recall moments when they first recognized manipulation, perhaps witnessing an adult using deceptive tactics or experiencing direct manipulation attempts themselves. These formative experiences activated their natural analytical tendencies, transforming potential vulnerability into exceptional strength. As we prepare to explore their final and perhaps most powerful defense against control, their deeply private nature that creates impenetrable boundaries, we begin to see the complete architecture of Capricorn autonomy. This final quality acts as the keystone, locking all previous attributes into a unified structure that naturally resists external control without requiring conscious effort or ongoing vigilance. The sixth reason, their deeply private nature creates impenetrable boundaries. At the core of every Capricorn exists a sacred inner chamber that remains perpetually locked to the outside world. This isn't merely introversion or social reticence. It's a profound understanding of the power that comes from maintaining certain aspects of oneself as completely private. Within this protected space, Capricorns nurture their deepest thoughts, feelings, and aspirations, sharing them selectively and strategically with a discernment that few other signs possess. This privacy functions as the ultimate defense against external control, creating a fundamental information asymmetry in all their interactions. Even those who have known a Capricorn for decades, close friends, longtime partners, family members, often express surprise when discovering previously unrevealed facets of the Capricorn's personality, history, or inner world. "I never knew that about you" becomes a common refrain in relationships with these earthy enigmas. What makes this quality so effective against control attempts is simple yet profound. You cannot manipulate what you cannot see. Without access to a person's vulnerabilities, desires, fears, and values, Potential manipulators lack the necessary leverage points to exert control. The Capricorn's selective revelation ensures that nobody ever possesses a complete map of their inner landscape, a strategic advantage they maintain in all relationships. This privacy isn't maintained through deception or fabrication. Capricorns rarely lie about themselves. They simply omit. They answer questions truthfully but precisely, providing exactly what was asked without volunteering additional information. This approach allows them to maintain authenticity while simultaneously protecting their inner world from unnecessary exposure. The roots of this privacy often trace back to childhood experiences that taught them the value of maintaining boundaries. Perhaps they grew up in environments where vulnerability was exploited or witnessed others suffering from oversharing. Whatever the origin, they learned early that privacy equals protection, a lesson they carry throughout life, refining their boundaries with each passing year. What fascinates most about this quality is how Capricorns maintain it without creating alienation. They've mastered the delicate art of being simultaneously authentic and reserved, present and protected. They share enough to foster genuine connection while withholding enough to maintain their sovereignty. This social dexterity allows them to build meaningful relationships without ever compromising their essential privacy. This privacy extends beyond emotional revelations to encompass their goals and plans as well. Capricorns rarely announce ambitious projects in their early stages, understanding intuitively that premature disclosure invites both external interference and unnecessary pressure. They prefer to work quietly until substantial progress has been made, protecting their emerging creations from the potentially distorting influence of others' opinions and expectations. Their approach to social media and public sharing reflects this same careful guardianship of privacy. In an era where oversharing has become normalized, Capricorns maintain refreshing discretion about their personal lives. They use these platforms strategically rather than confessionally, sharing content that serves specific purposes while keeping their genuine private lives offline. This creates additional protection against manipulation through the careful curation of their public persona. This privacy functions differently from secrecy or mysteriousness. Though Capricorns are often described as mysterious by those who know them casually, the distinction lies in intention. Secrecy often implies hiding specific information, while the Capricorn's privacy represents a broader philosophy about personal boundaries. It's not that they have particular secrets to protect. Rather, they recognize that maintaining certain spaces as private is essential for authentic selfhood. The Capricorn approach to privacy demonstrates remarkable nuance. They understand that different relationships warrant different levels of disclosure, carefully calibrating their openness based on proven trust and demonstrated respect for boundaries. This graduated approach to intimacy ensures that access to their inner world must be earned through consistency, respect, and reciprocal vulnerability, never demanded or manipulated. Perhaps most impressive is how Capricorns maintain this privacy without appearing guarded or defensive. They've developed social strategies that deflect invasive questions without creating awkwardness, redirect overly personal conversations without causing offense, and establish boundaries without explicit declaration. This social smoothness allows them to protect their privacy while maintaining harmonious relationships, a delicate balance few other signs achieve so naturally. The combination of this privacy with their previous qualities creates beings naturally resistant to external control. Consider how these attributes work in concert. Their unwavering inner compass provides clear direction. Their strategic silence creates space for independent thought. Their legendary patience outlasts manipulation attempts. Their self-sufficiency removes leverage points. Their analytical minds detect manipulation instantly. And their privacy ensures nobody ever possesses complete information about their vulnerabilities or motivations. This privacy particularly shines in professional contexts, where information asymmetry often determines power dynamics. Capricorns instinctively understand when to reveal their hand and when to keep their cards close. This strategic approach to information sharing allows them to maintain advantage in negotiations, leadership positions, and competitive environments without resorting to deception or manipulation themselves. Their privacy extends to emotional processing as well. While other signs might process feelings through external discussion, seeking input and validation from others, Capricorns typically process emotions internally first. This creates a crucial buffer between their authentic emotional responses and their visible reactions, a space where they can evaluate feelings before expressing them. This internal processing prevents others from exploiting emotional vulnerability to influence their decisions. The depth of Capricorn privacy becomes particularly evident during conflicts or power struggles. When tensions rise, many people unconsciously reveal more than intended, exposing vulnerabilities, triggers, and leverage points that can later be used against them. Capricorns, however, often become more private under pressure, sharing less rather than more. This counterintuitive response functions as an adaptive defense mechanism, protecting them when potential for manipulation is highest. What's most remarkable about this quality isn't just its effectiveness as a defense against control, but the wisdom it reveals about human nature. Capricorns intuitively understand something many others learn only through painful experience. In a world where information is increasingly weaponized, maintaining healthy privacy isn't paranoia, it's prudent self-protection. They recognize that certain aspects of selfhood must remain sovereign to maintain genuine autonomy. For those who love Capricorns, this privacy presents both challenge and gift. The challenge lies in accepting that complete access to the Capricorn's inner world may never be granted, regardless of relationship duration or depth. The gift emerges in the recognition that when Capricorns do share vulnerable aspects of themselves, these revelations represent extraordinary trust, a precious offering rather than an entitlement. This privacy doesn't prevent deep connection. It transforms the nature of intimacy itself. Relationships with Capricorns develop through earned trust rather than default transparency, creating bonds built on demonstrated reliability rather than momentary intensity. This foundation creates connections of remarkable durability and depth, characterized by mutual respect for boundaries rather than boundary dissolution. As we conclude our exploration of why nobody can truly control a Capricorn, we recognize the beautiful coherence of these 6 qualities. Each attribute reinforces the others, creating beings who naturally resist external control without active effort or conscious vigilance. The Capricorn stands as living testimony to the possibility of authentic autonomy in a world filled with increasingly sophisticated influence attempts. Their unwavering inner compass, strategic silence, supernatural patience, fortress of self-sufficiency, analytical mind, and profound privacy create a template for sovereignty worth studying regardless of our own astrological sign. In the Capricorn's natural resistance to control, we glimpse a pathway toward greater authenticity and autonomy in our own lives, an invitation to develop similar qualities within ourselves, adapted to our unique cosmic blueprints. Perhaps instead of attempting to control the Capricorns in our lives, we would be wiser to learn from their example. Their cosmic design reveals essential truths about authentic power and genuine freedom, lessons increasingly valuable in our interconnected yet influence-saturated world. The mountain goat, climbing steadily towards summits invisible to others, has much to teach us about charting our own path through life's complex terrain. Throughout our celestial journey, we've unveiled the remarkable architecture of Capricorn autonomy, a cosmic design that renders these powerful beings virtually immune to external control. We've explored 6 fundamental qualities that work in perfect harmony to create individuals who maintain sovereignty in a world filled with manipulation attempts. The first reason revealed Capricorn's unwavering inner compass, that ironclad guidance system that never wavers despite external pressure. This internal alignment with their personal truths creates beings who evaluate all input against their own carefully constructed values, allowing them to extract wisdom from others without surrendering their autonomy. The second reason illuminated their mastery of strategic silence. the profound understanding that power often resides not in what is expressed, but in what is withheld. This calculated restraint prevents potential manipulators from identifying vulnerabilities while creating information asymmetry that naturally shifts power toward the Capricorn in any interaction. The third reason explored their supernatural patience, that remarkable ability to think in decades rather than days, outlasting any attempt to pressure them through artificial urgency or emotional escalation. This extended temporal perspective allows Capricorns to remain unmoved by short-term tactics, maintaining their long-term vision despite temporary obstacles. The fourth reason revealed their meticulously constructed fortress of self-sufficiency. Comprehensive preparation across financial, practical, emotional, and intellectual domains that ensures they are never forced into dependency through need. This multi-layered independence allows them to engage with others through genuine preference rather than desperate necessity. The fifth reason showcased their analytical minds that instantly detect manipulation, sophisticated pattern recognition capabilities that identify inconsistencies and manipulation tactics with remarkable accuracy. This natural skepticism functions as an ongoing background process, flagging potential control attempts for closer examination before they can take root. The sixth reason illuminated their deeply private nature, that sacred inner chamber they maintain is perpetually private, sharing aspects of themselves selectively and strategically. This fundamental privacy ensures that nobody ever possesses complete information about their vulnerabilities or motivations, removing essential leverage points for potential manipulation. Together, these qualities create beings who naturally resist external control without requiring conscious effort or vigilance. Each attribute reinforces the others, forming an integrated system of sovereignty that remains effective across all relationships and environments. The Capricorn stands as living testimony to the possibility of authentic autonomy in a world filled with increasingly sophisticated influence attempts. This exploration offers wisdom extending far beyond astrological curiosity. By understanding what makes Capricorns uncontrollable, we glimpse a template for sovereignty available to all of us, regardless of our sign. Perhaps instead of attempting to control the Capricorns in our lives, we would be wiser to learn from their example, to develop our own versions of these qualities, adapted to our unique cosmic blueprints. If these astrological insights have illuminated your understanding of Capricorn energy, or perhaps helped you appreciate your own Capricorn nature, we invite you to join our cosmic community at Secret of the Zodiac. Our channel delivers deep astrological wisdom that goes beyond surface-level horoscopes to explore the profound celestial forces shaping our personalities and relationships. Subscribe now to ensure you never miss our upcoming revelations about each zodiac sign's hidden strengths and challenges. Our next exploration will unveil why Aries possesses the most unstoppable determination in the zodiac, insights that could transform your understanding of the first fire sign. Take a moment to explore our complete zodiac library, with dedicated videos for each sign that offer genuine cosmic wisdom rather than vague generalizations. From compatibility guides to specific career insights, our channel provides practical applications of astrological knowledge for everyday life. We especially want to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Do these 6 qualities resonate with your experience of Capricorn energy? If you're a Capricorn yourself, which of these attributes do you recognize in your own nature? If you have Capricorns in your life, have you witnessed these traits firsthand? Your perspective adds invaluable dimension to our collective understanding. Your engagement through likes and comments helps our content reach others seeking authentic astrological wisdom, expanding our cosmic community. Each interaction strengthens the algorithmic recognition of quality content, ensuring these insights reach those who need them most. Finally, if you found particular value in today's exploration, please consider supporting our daily content creation through Super Thanks. This financial support directly funds the extensive research, script writing, and production required to deliver daily zodiac insights of this depth and quality. Your contribution, however modest, helps sustain our mission of bringing genuine astrological wisdom to seekers worldwide. covering the significant costs of creating daily content. Until our next celestial journey, may the stars illuminate your path and guide you toward your highest potential. Remember that understanding the cosmic forces that shape us isn't about predicting the future. It's about embracing our authentic nature and living in alignment with our unique celestial design.